All right, I'm here for, this is just going to be a long video, so just strap in. It's going to be a chill one, going to be a fun one. Going through all of my pickups from when I went to Japan, from I left May 11th, came back May 22nd. Ended up having around 9 full days in Tokyo. And this is my second time going, so I kind of knew what I was doing a little bit more. I'm still pretty dumb, so, it is what it is. But I got a lot of stuff. I went with a, one of those small, like, roller bags that you can carry on, like, that's that size. That had all my clothes in it. And then I had a full, huge checked bag, because I was allowed one checked bag without having to pay $100. That was completely empty, ready for games. So I brought home the games, we'll just say that much. And we'll go through all of this. Just bizarre. So there should be a video out already that went up a little bit before, kind of just doing a little bit of filming within stores. So if you didn't see that, check that out. But I'm going to kind of reference the stores in there, and I'll kind of explain them too for this video if you're not interested in that. But went to all kinds of places. Some of the classics, some new ones. I did go to Super Potato. I didn't buy anything there. Yeah, I just think, that is an iconic store for sure, but I think that there's probably better places to get stuff. And it didn't find anything there that was really speaking to me at the time. But I'm going to jump into the finds. I'm not even sure where to start. So I guess I had a couple goals in mind. I'll start with my favorite store, I think. I had a couple goals in mind here of what I wanted to get. And one of the big things I wanted to get was a Japanese Saturn. So if you're not aware, the Sega Saturn, obviously not a big deal over here in the United States. All the games are really expensive. There's not very many games. It's just not a big deal in the United States. No one really cares about the system. No one cared about it back then. Now people care about it. Found out there's a lot of cool games on there. You got to just dig a little bit. And yeah, so I don't have a big Saturn collection. I now have a bigger Japanese Saturn collection than I do American Saturn collection. Because in Japan, I think over 1,000 Saturn games were released. And I don't think there's any more than 300 American games. So we missed out on a lot of games here. So got a Japanese Saturn. It was 12,000 yen. So when I talk about yen and yen pricing, a rule of thumb would be like 100 yen is $1 usually. But right now the yen is very weak compared to the dollar. So 100 yen is about 75 cents USD. So I would just kind of do rule of thumb 100 and then 25% off. I kind of treated the whole trip like it was a 25% off sale. So 12,000 yen for this in the box. Pretty cool. It is the white system. So I'll open it up here. Customs hated this. Or not customs. Security hated this. When I was bringing this back, no one cared in the Japanese airport. For some reason, I flew Air Canada, Cleveland to Toronto, and then to Tokyo. Very long flight. 13 and a half hour flight. The way back, for some reason, I had to go through security again after getting off the airplane for going into America. I guess they didn't want, like, 9/11-2 or something. So, Customs hated this thing. They had to scan this through, like, 5 times, do the little wand, like I'm going to put a freaking bomb in a 1994 Saturn, 1994 Sega console that no one cares about. I don't know. I don't know what they were upset about, but they really hated this thing in the security, and it gave me a heck of a time getting it through, when it really shouldn't have. But yeah, got the white system. Very cool. Good shape. And I got a ton of games for it. That's why I figured I'd go first. So a lot of game stores have, like, separate locations and everything. I'm going to be putting just everything all together, kind of, in, like, one big thing. So I'll kind of notate if it was at a certain location, but I don't remember sometimes which came from where, is the big part of that. But this was all from pretty much one location. I'll go through here. The Saturn games I got when I originally got the Saturn, just a bizarre selection. I pretty much got anything that wasn't a Mahjong game that was cheap, that looked even remotely interesting. So 500 yen, I got this title right here. Pro tip, the normal spine, has the Japanese name, but there is, an English name, that, that now it's not focusing. This is Shinsetsu Yume Miyakata. So, I don't know what this is. Looks like it was published by Sega themselves. It looks like a weird adventure game from the title. That's kind of what drew me to it. So interesting. Big one here, Panzer Dragoon RPG. Some may know it as Panzer Dragoon Saga. So you can get the American version for, I don't know, $1,500 at this point, maybe more. Or I just kind of opted to, if I ever find a good deal on that, I find it. But I opted, I'll just grab this version of it. And yeah, so I'll open it up. All these games come in like nice packaging. They seal it all up in plastic. They get the stuff looking like brand new. Japanese game store stuff is in such good condition. If anything has a minor like mark on it or anything, they will essentially like price it down to like an absurd amount. So yeah. So yeah, this was like complete and everything. Looks like the case broke a little bit in transit down here, unfortunately, but I can swap the case out. But yeah, I mean, this has all the instruction booklets. These are the end spine things. A lot of people kept these. If that kind of thing happened in the United States where they got little paper end spines, no one would keep them. I'm telling you that right now. You would never find those. So it's just so funny to see stuff like that actually kept and held on to. You have to keep it? No, but it's nice to. It would be nice to keep it, but I'll have to replace that case. But moving on from that, I'll keep going through that. I figured I would show what you're working with when you get a Saturn game at a Japanese game store. And that was, 3,500 yen, so right around $30, like, heck yeah. This one looked cool. I like the art. It looked kind of Castlevania-y. Like, it had that same art style. I wonder if I don't know if it's the same, like, artist who did, like, kind of that classic of the Metroidvania style Castlevania art, because it looks exactly like it. And this is Soldner's Child. If this isn't gonna zoom or focus, I don't know what to tell you. This is Soldner's Child. You're gonna have to believe me. Alone in the Dark 2. I was not even aware there was Alone in the Dark 2, let alone that it came out on Saturn, so I just figured I'd pick that up. This is Shin Megami Tensei. I forget what game this is. I might have got a duplicate of this. I forget what game this is though. Ogre Battle. Once again, I had no idea Ogre Battle came out on Sega Saturn in any way. A lot of games that came to only PlayStation in the US also came to Saturn. So stuff like Symphony of the Night came to Saturn with some, exclusive content that I don't think ever got re-released in any way. So very interesting. This right here is Watchenroder. I can barely handle the Japanese names, guys. I'm not going to be able to handle these German names. Enemy Zero. This is only 300 yen. I mean, come on, man. It's an interactive movie for only 300 yen? What is this? Sword in Sorcery. This one might have came to the US. It sounds familiar. So that's the Saturn games I got there. Another one of my targets for stuff like this was to get as many of the N64 Japanese exclusive games. I have a bunch already, and funnily enough, I had 69 games that I didn't have. I only went for complete in box ones, so I knocked some off the list, but not all of them. Some of them are just going to be hard to find no matter what. But I knocked a decent amount off the list, and I bought a bunch of duplicates on accident for this because it was hard to keep track of some of these baseball and sports games. But I got this, I forget what they call these in America, Power Pro Baseball or whatever. We didn't really get too many of them, but it's a big series in Japan and still is. I saw people playing this game on on phones on the train and stuff. So big series in Japan. This is 2001. This is 6. So this is cool. This is Puyo Puyo Sun. So just a new Puyo Puyo game that I've never played before for the N64. Didn't have this one, and I'll open up this one to see kind of what we're working with when you get a Japanese N64 game, like a Japanese boxed game as well. That might be interesting to some people. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. Strap in. I went for this new camera angle. I know people for a while were wanting me to like stack stuff up, and I guess I should probably do that. Like stack stuff up and have stuff more on display as I go through this stuff. And this was the best I could think of right now. If you like this angle, let me know. If you hate it and want me to die, let me know. But either way, yeah, I think it's like a good at least start for something like that. I'd like to build a better kind of setup for things like that and incorporate the N64 wall and have a table for stuff like this. But, I also use the game room as like a living area, so it doesn't always make sense to. Wow, they pack these things up nicely. Should I have opened these things before? But no, I can have a nice heart-to-heart, like a nice little talk with you guys. So, open this one up. Like I said, 1,200 yen. And yeah, I think they took off. I think this game would have normally been more expensive, but they took some off because there's like light wear. But once you open it up inside, you get, you know, the game, got the manual in here, stuff like this, booklets. I mean, everything is in here. Look at this. Stickers that originally came with the game are like, are you kidding me? This stuff is just all in here, and I paid not even $10 American for it. Like, come on, man. Cartridge. N64 games are technically region locked. However, it's easy to get past them. The only region locking there is that the cartridges, N64 American cartridges, have the tabs on the side. Japanese ones have them over here, so you could switch the back out. The easiest way to do it is just to put it on top of a Game Shark and just run the game, no cheats. I wanted to get one of the N64s that was not released over here, some of the unique colors or whatever, but the spoiler for the rest of the video, I did not find any, so I did not get any. So that was one of the things I was not able to get. Another piece of paperwork in here that I missed. Nothing too exciting, but even like this, I don't know, whatever these were, those little subscription or sign up things or whatever, we got those sometimes. Usually people didn't keep them. Just cool to see that people actually kept that kind of thing. But yeah, like all these booklets in here for that cheap is like ridiculous, man. But yeah, kind of cool. But yeah, I didn't find any N64s, so I don't have a Japanese N64, but I can still play this stuff with the Game Shark, which is how I've done it when I have gone through there. Another one of these Power Pro games. I bought like too many copies. I don't know why I bought, because I was going off the spine, and then I think I bought 2 copies, and this was orange, so I thought it was a different game. It's not. I don't know why one of them's yellow, one of them's orange. They have the same thing, so I'm guessing this is faded, because look at the Konami logo, which is classically orange and red. This one is yellow and red, so I don't know if this is just a fading or what that is. So I got fooled there a little bit. And then just for some reason, I just bought it again. I bought all these at the same time, so the person at the store probably thought I was like, you know, something wrong with me, that I was defective, but he was also probably like, thank God someone's buying all these sports games from my store. So, you know, it's a give and take type thing. But moving on from that, another what goal I had here was to get a PSP. So, like, one of the problems I have in America, when you find PSPs, they're always, like, destroyed. Like, the screen is in horrendous condition, the batteries are blown up, they never work. I just can't find a good condition PSP, and PSPs are region-free, so I was like, I'll just get one in Japan. To my knowledge, I liked this color a lot. It was a good deal. It didn't have a charger with it, which was why it's way cheaper, but I have PSP chargers. It's the same charger. So got this PSP here. It's in very nice shape. You know, some minor, tiny little scratches on the screen, but nothing too bad. I don't think we got this color in the United States. Now, I know we got a God of War bundle that was around this color, but I think it has Kratos on it, so it, you know, it's a design. I don't think we just got a plain version of this color. And if we did, you know, correct me if I am wrong, if I'm completely off base, but I don't recognize this color at all. But yeah, nice condition thing here. I will have to get batteries for it, but those are easy to get. But a lot of times, like, the plastic on these is just trashed because the batteries swell up so much. So to find one in good condition, guys, I have finally broken my thing of I have a PSP collection, but I have no PSP system. I now have a PSP system I can play, and I can dive into those games. And that was 8,300 yen, so pretty good deal there. Can't complain about that one bit. So I'll keep moving on with what store should I go to next? I'll go to Mandarake. Mandarake was a store I didn't really get too much from last time. I didn't really like it, but this time I did pretty well there, and I hit up a couple locations. I got, as far as Dreamcast, or not Dreamcast stuff, Saturn stuff goes, I got this game called Virus. So, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out how best to display all this. I'd like to just kind of display how I'm building these sets too. So I'm going to do that, I think. Where did I put all the Saturn games? Yeah, over here. Okay. This is all coming together. This is all according to plan over here. All right. Mario's going to get slowly, Phone Mario is going to get slowly buried in and a video game wall here. And if this is maybe how I should do it moving forward, where I try to make a stack and cover up the rest of it, then maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. But yeah, I got this game Virus. Looked kind of cool. Published by Hudson. I don't know if they developed it, but I don't know. Looked kind of interesting. Price was pretty cheap, so as far as that, I also got this game here. Another box N64 game. I forget what this one was called. No resale, guys. I'm stuck with it for life. I forget what that one was called, but that was an exclusive Japanese one that we didn't get. 400 yen. I got Chaos Head. What is this? Love Choo Choo, I believe, is the name of this game. I just played through Chaos Head, or read through Chaos Head, the visual novel, recently. It's the first science adventure game. I'm not sure. This doesn't really seem like in line with the game from what I'm looking at. It looks like a dating simulator based off the game, which I kind of don't really get. It's kind of a serious game. I don't know. Not so sure about that one, but it was 400 yen. I find this is Japanese Xbox 360 exclusive, so that's kind of why I got it. I like this. I like science adventure, but I got it because it's Japanese Xbox 360 exclusive, and I just find Japanese Xbox exclusives very funny. If anyone doesn't know why, Xbox does not sell like at all over there. Like you'll see the Gamatsu puts out, or Media Create put out these lists of like how many of everything sells like that week. Like what are the sales charts? And there'll be like weeks where Switch is selling, 40,000, PlayStation is selling 25,000, and then Xbox sold like 82 consoles. It's like really sad. So I just find it funny when someone's like, I'll make it exclusive. I got Mario's Picross from a Mandarake as well, or Mandarake as well. I got these at the same one. I'm pretty sure. I went to Nakano Broadway. I'd never been there before. It's just this huge shopping center with all kinds of weeaboo stuff. I would recommend going here like first before Akihabara. Not so much for video games, because Mandarake was like the only place really selling video games in there. But if you like anime figures and stuff like that, you might be able to score better deals there than you would in some of the Akihabara stores. So it might be worth trying out there first, and then going from there. But it was very strange when I was in Mandarake. My friend comes in. I'm looking at video games. My friend comes in. He's like, dude, I just saw Michael B. Jordan walk by. And he shows me, he took like a kind of a video like from afar of him, because I was like, I don't believe you. And it was like, no, Michael B. Jordan just walked by. And it was literally, he had like some bodyguards with him, and Michael B. Jordan was just in the Nakano Broadway at the same time. I did not see him, but my friend definitively saw him. So, I can blame Chaos Head, Choo Choo, Love Choo Choo for the reason that I didn't see a Hollywood movie star, because of that. But I think those were the only ones I got. I might have got some more at that Nakano one, but I know those ones I got there. But as far as the Akihabara Mandarake, I got this baseball game. A lot of baseball and soccer you're going to see. But I mean, 660 yen for a complete. Didn't have it for... And I bought a duplicate of that one. I'm almost certain. I got... this is Shiren the Wanderer 2. Classic, the roguelike classic series, Japanese series. We get like the mystery dungeon games, but those are, they're kind of their own thing. This is, I think unfortunately this game is called Trump Collection 64. But another exclusive one over there. This is a Mandarake as well. J-League Tactics Soccer. A lot of soccer, a lot of baseball. Onegai Monsters. Another. These were all exclusives that I got. This looks like a kind of like a monster Pokemon-like from what it looks like. I don't know too much about it though. Power League 64. Like I said, a lot of baseball, a lot of soccer. So that's Mandarake. I don't think there's anything else I got from there. If there is, I will edit back in, but we're going to keep going. Although, how could I be so foolish? I got to put these up and make the wall, build the wall here. I'm going to use the Trump Collection 64 to build the wall. I feel like it's only fitting, right, guys? Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah, something I actually forgot about. This was at a Suragaya, but this was like a Suragaya junk store I just found. So Suragaya was the last store, if you're not, don't remember, that I showed this stuff from, where I got the Saturn and everything. But this was from a junk store that was kind of right around the corner. And I just want all my Pico Chads to rise up right now, because I got some Japanese Pico games. They come in these hard plastic cases. These were 100 yen each. I mean, these were just junk to anyone except people who have a lot of serious issues like me who want Japanese Pico games. I think the guy looked a little disappointed when I bought these. Like, bro, why? But these would be exclusives. I have a sizable Pico collection for some reason, and these would be Japanese exclusive. There's no way they were releasing Doraemon in the United States, so got some exclusive Pico games. I got 3 Doraemon games. In these nice plastic cases, 100 yen each. Who could turn down such a deal? From the sewer guy at junk store. I don't know. I really don't know. I think anyone normal could turn that down, but I couldn't turn that down. Where should I go next? I'll go with Trader next. Trader is, there's a bunch of them. Trader, I think it's Trader 2 is the one that has the most video game stuff. They have retro stuff. Their whole second floor is retro stuff. So I got a bunch of stuff there. I really like this store a lot. I got a lot of stuff there last time as well. I got Rond. This is, I believe, Shin Megami Tensei adjacent. If it's not, I don't think it's a, full thing, but I believe it is adjacent to the series, so kind of cool. Last Bronx. Sounds like the disc got loose in there, but no big deal. Last Bronx looks like a pretty cool fighting game, which is what the Saturn is kind of known for in Japan. I got a copy of Knights. I don't have Knights at all for the American Saturn. It's not too hard to get, but it's a little pricey. But you don't really need Japanese for that, to know English for that game. So playing a Japanese copy, I'm sure would go fine. So I figured, yeah, I'll get the Japanese one if it's that cheap, 600 yen. Machi. This is one of those like interactive. They were, what were they called? They were like audio novels. They were like visual novels that Chunsoft was putting out. But they had like audio to go along with it, kind of the precursor, the visual novel like genre, and just thought it was cool to grab one of those. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to really do much with it. Later on, I got actually like the original one, this original Super Famicom game, just because I thought it was cool. Vampire Hunter. This is another This is a Capcom fighting game. This is Darkstalkers, but I mean 1580 just looked cool. Darkstalkers is pretty pricey to get any of them, so just cool game to have. Daedalus. I just liked the name. I thought the name was funny. It looks like it was put out by Sega, and I just thought the name Daedalus was funny. It looked kind of cool, and it was 880 yen. This was 300 yen. I don't know what this is. Riglord Saga 2. Who doesn't love Riglord Saga 2? It looks like some kind of grid-based RPG, maybe. The fun part about this is just going through these random games and being like, all right, let's see what these are. And if you'd like to see me do a stream of that, maybe I'll do a live stream of that on YouTube. Leave that down in the comments below if for some reason you're still watching this video. If you think you'd like to see me just testing out some of these random Japanese games, leave that in the comments below, and perhaps I will find the time to do so. This game, I got this for 800 yen. I just thought it looked interesting. I mean, it doesn't look great, but I just look at the back artwork. Like, I don't know what this is. Looks like a storybook kind of aesthetic. I don't know. Figured I'd give it a go for 800 yen. The more N64 exclusives. What is this? Battle Spirits? Brave Spirits. This is a wrestling game. So I don't know anything about Japanese wrestling. Some Wii U exclusives. I am going for a full Wii U set, so I was kind of on the lookout for just cheap Wii U games that we didn't get. So there's a Kamen Rider game for 980 yen. Kamen Rider is a popular Sentai series over there. For anyone who's not aware, I don't know anything about it except for that fact. Simple Series for Wii U Volume 1. I don't think there was another volume of this, but Simple Series is like, I don't know, kind of crap game. A bunch of kind of crappy, like low budget games that the publisher D3 kind of puts out. And this is like a kind of a collection of them. Might be a bad description of it, but that's the only description I know. I also got, this is a weird that it even exists, Just Dance Yokai Watch Edition. So Yokai Watch was just huge in Japan around probably 10 years ago now, 8 to 10 years ago now. And there's a Just Dance game for it. More boxed N64 games, Human Grand Prix The New Generation. I don't remember what this one was called. I have like Anglified. I keep saying Anglified. Is that a word? It'd be like Anglified, maybe. I guess I have English names for these, or in some way that I can at least read and say, but on a spreadsheet. But I don't remember what this one was called. Looks like a fishing game. So once again, not the most exciting. There were some cool N64 Japanese exclusives. There's like an Evangelion game. There's stuff like that. That stuff I did not find even card only, but I was only buying complete and box stuff, so maybe next time. Another one of these, I can never escape Power Pro, but 480 yen. 2280 for this robot game. Did it say what this is? I forget what this was called too. Should I have come more prepared for this video? Maybe, but you guys know me. And then as far as Trader goes, let's see. This was cool. This was a pretty cool set. We didn't get this in America, obviously. We got these games digital only. But this is a big set for Famicom Detective Club, the remakes that Mages did for the Switch. Mages also does the Science Adventure. And these were pretty cool remakes. The art style was good, and it was just cool to see these games brought back from Nintendo. The fact that we got them at all in the United States is pretty cool, even if it was digital only. But this is a pretty cool set for 8,300 yen. 8,380 yen. Got this pretty cool set here, so can't complain about that at all. And I'll open this one up too. I'll do a quick little unboxing for you guys. This was pre-owned, so I don't have to, do too much for the unboxing. But I'll take the plastic off. I don't exactly even know what comes in this, but this is just a cool set altogether. So why wouldn't I grab that? Yeah, I'll do a quick unboxing for this. This is a very fast and loose kind of video. So we got, looks like here, soundtrack selection, soundtrack CDs for both of the games. Okay. We have the game itself, on the cartridge with this cool art, kind of reminiscent of the classic, Super Famicom, or not Super Famicom, Famicom games art. And then, what is this down here? Oh, an art book. Okay. There is an art book down here. There is some posters with the original classic art for the games. Very cool. And then the art book says warning. I'm gonna guess it's a spoiler warning, so I'm not gonna open the art book on here for anyone who hasn't played the games. But that is a cool set. 8,300 yen, somewhere in the high $60 range. That's not too bad at all for something like that. Very cool. Glad to get that. I'm glad I found that. That was one that I wanted to get, like, the physical of this game, but I didn't know, how likely that was. So I'm glad that I ended up getting it. Not just the physical of the game, but also this cool set for it as well. So that's very nice. But I believe that is everything from Trader. Once again, if there's anything else at Trader that I didn't grab, didn't show, it'll be showed. I'm going to take a brief intermission to show other random things here that I got. So one of the things, me and the boys, I went with 3 other friends, one of them being, of course, famous, beloved Monster Hunter YouTuber Sky85. One of the things that we got probably too into was crane games. We got Crane Rot, definitely. So we got into the crane games. I won a bunch of stuff. A lot of it was just funny because it's like, I would never buy this, but I won this now, so it's mine. I didn't really I had a couple friends who put a bunch of money in to not win anything. I don't really think I put too much into the crane games in general, especially not too much on things I didn't win. I usually kind of quit if I was like, I don't really care too much about this. So I won this in, like, I think 5 turns, so 500 yen for this Piplup. Cute little guy. Not really into plushies, but I have that now. This one was funny because I won this in a ridiculously low amount of turns. I don't know who this is. Someone in the comments tell me who this is, or I got this anime girl. I know it's a Hololive YouTuber. I don't know anything about Hololive really, except that it's VTubers, but nice figure. I mean, yeah. So I won that. It was one of those Bungie games, and I was kind of mad when I won it because I was like, oh, now I own this. But you know how it is. I won this. I had to throw his box away, but speaking of sexy figures, I won that sexy figure, and then I won a Waluigi here. I had to throw his box away. It was pouring down the rain the day I got it, so the box was big and oversized anyway, but it got kind of wet, so I figured not going to waste storage space for it. But got this nice little Waluigi. I won him, I think in like 10 tries, so like 1,000 yen. Not too bad for that. What else did I win from Crane Games? I won the Zelda wall scroll, which might very well be the same wall scroll I got from pre-ordering the game at Walmart. So I might just have two of the same wall scroll now. And I won some little fellas here. I won this little slime that has like a weird texture to it, where it feels like a peach or something. I don't know. I'll put slime. Slime can stay in the video. My friend won this one. You know, he's not my lover, but he did give me a heart Kirby. He won that, and then he didn't want it. And he also won this tomato Kirby. So shout out to him. This was my friend I call Rowley. He was in it's not his name, but he was in one of my pickup videos. I got him with a D's nuts joke, so shout out to him. And then I did one gachapon just because, you know, they're fun, but it's kind of stupid and a waste of money. But I liked this little Don here. Don, the little guy from Taiko Drum Master. I liked that little guy, so got him. So this is the squad who's now in the video. Who will now remain in the video for a while until I need to move them. Another kind of part of let's see. Before I get to more game stuff, because there's still plenty to go, I'll keep up this intermission here. I bought this guy, the Kirby Automaton. I got him at this store. It said games. It said it had games, so I go to the first floor and it just kind of had some anime stuff. But I got this guy. What this is a little instrument that kind of just makes these goofy noises. Kind of makes these goofy noises. Yes, I am a grown man. Well, I'm an adult. I wouldn't say I'm a grown man, but I am an adult. But I did get that because I thought it was funny. And I was like, okay, this store says it has games, so I'll go check the second floor. You know, the only other floor here. Maybe that's where the games are. Walk up to the second floor, just straight up porn everywhere. Just porno as far as the eye can see. Just everywhere. Not censored, so I just kind of get to look at it. I'm like, okay, not the right floor here. I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna take my Kirby and leave. So that's how that went. This was at the Square Enix Artnia store. Square Enix has their headquarters, and then outside, in typical Square Enix fashion, they have this very pretentious, you know, like souvenir store and merch store. And I thought this slime soap dispenser was really funny, so I bought it. You know, it might have just been the brain rot. Oh, so that wall scroll, I just picked that up. That was the pre-order one. This is the wall scroll that I won. I think I won this in 8 turns or something like that. This is the wall scroll I won. This is a different wall scroll. I'm like, dude, did I win? No, that is just different. Okay. I didn't take the wall scroll out of the box. It came in this box. You had to win it like that. And so that's cool. What else did I get that I can show for this intermission? I went to the Nintendo store in Shibuya. There was like a ticketing system. You had to get a ticket and then wait a little while to actually get in line to get into the store. It was so packed. So I went there. I wanted to get like a Nintendo store shirt, but they didn't sell any like that. So I got the water bottle. Figure I can take this out with me when I go garage sailing. So I got the Nintendo store water bottle. Open it up and take a look at it here. They tell you, luckily, they tell you where these characters are from, just so you don't know that Mario's from Super Mario. But yeah, pretty fun there. It's got that water bottle. Don't remember what I paid for it. Probably too much. Knowing the Nintendo store. I thought this was fun for the game room. I got this. It's not going to show up very well on camera, but I got this Mario pillow. So that'll go probably on the futon. I thought that was just nice for the game room. Got that. And this is not going to show up well at all. I'm going to have to move the camera back a little bit. But I got this. I think I'm going to use it to store stuff in the game room. I don't know if they sell anything like this in America. I can't imagine they wouldn't. But I got the question mark block. And inside, you can use it, you know, store stuff in it. One of those cube little things. So I thought that was kind of nice, too. Thought it would go well in here and could use it to store controllers or something, maybe. So that was my stuff from the Nintendo store. Right across from the Nintendo store. It kind of worked out nicely because you go to the Nintendo store, you take your ticket, and then they have a Koei Tecmo store, which is mostly Atelier stuff. I didn't buy anything there. But they have a Capcom store as well. Let me find my Capcom store haul real quick. So yeah, Capcom store is right across, so you can kind of go there before it's not quite as busy. There's a Monster Hunter section in the Capcom store, which is very populated, but that's where Sky 85 went. I think if you want Sky 85 to make his Japan pickups video, leave a comment down below for that, and I will send them to him. But I was the only sick freak in the Ace Attorney section of the Capcom store, as you could expect. So that's all I got from there. They had these little plush guys that were kind of funny. They were sold out of, like, Edgeworth and Phoenix. But they had a Godo there and pretty cool characters. So I got him. One of those little, what are these, Tsum Tsums or whatever they call them? I don't know if Tsum Tsum's like the name brand, but that's from the Capcom store. Got that. And I just liked the art on this. This is a messenger bag, but I just kind of like the art on this, and I wanted to get something from the Capcom store, so got this as well. So, good stuff there. And the plastic bag is cool. Something I noticed, and I don't remember this last time, is you have to like you have to pay for if you want a plastic bag at like pretty much every store, even like convenience stores, stuff like that. But I didn't have anything carried in, so the bag's already nice. But look at that, the bag's pretty cool. Speaking of bags, I got some random bags out and about. So one day, I had my shopping bag. It was in a paper bag. It was starting to tear. So I bought this in the Taito station to put the stuff in. It is a Space Invaders, cloth bag. It's actually pretty nice quality. I think it was 800 yen. So I'll probably just use that for shopping at Aldi, or maybe I'll bring it to the flea market. You never know what I'm gonna do. But who knows? And then my one friend was getting mad at me because I kept asking him to put my shopping bags in his backpack. He had plenty of room, so I wasn't completely being a leech. If he needed to take stuff out, he could. My stuff wasn't heavy. So I won this bag at the Crane Games and used it for the last few days. This is a Resident Evil 4 remake bag. It's surprisingly decent quality. I won this at the Capcom store, or Capcom Arcade, and it's surprisingly decent quality. So here's an overview of the bags again. And yeah, I use that backpack to carry video games around like a real man. Like a real man's man. Okay. Get this camera at least somewhat straight again, and let's keep moving here. Back to video games, what you guys are actually here for. Yodobashi camera. If you don't know what Yodobashi camera is, kind of look up like YouTube videos of it. Especially the one in Akihabara. It is this huge store. It's like if Best Buy was packed to the brim of stuff, and there was also like 10 floors. So it is huge. It has everything you could ever need to buy in it, pretty much. It's crazy. And they have a whole floor dedicated to video games. And got some games there. Here's some new Switch games I got. Brand new ones. Still sealed and everything. Ace Attorney Trilogy. We got this over here, obviously, but we did not get it physically in any way, so I wanted a physical copy. I played in Platinum this years ago on PS4, but I never got a physical copy, so that was good to get. And then we got these re-releases, digital as well, but these are physical copies of them. Fatal Frame 4 and 5. 4 never came out in the United States until recently. Nintendo actually kind of had a hand in developing this, and like Grasshopper Manufacturer actually did as well. So that's interesting. And then Fatal Frame 5 was a Wii U exclusive. I got a Wii U copy of that earlier, but I got the Switch one too. Now, I'm pretty sure these actually do most Switch games at this point, but I'm pretty sure these have English on them. So, because I want to play those two. I've never played either of those. I'd like to play those two. I'm pretty sure those have English on them, so I can just use those copies and I have to buy them on the eShop, but that is cool. I also got these amiibos. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. These are somewhat hard to find in America. I never see them. I didn't really look for them too much, but they like sold out when the game came out, and then I never saw them again. So it's like the Splatoon 3 Inkling amiibo, the girl Inkling, the boy Inkling, and then good old big Small Fry. I wish they made a big guy amiibo because big guy goes hard, but yeah, I got these. They were actually ended up just being cheaper than they would have been to buy them over here, even if they were. And they're, amiibos are all the same throughout each region. I had to throw the boxes away because I was running out of space. But I didn't keep any of the Splatoon boxes anyway, so I really only kept like Smash Brothers boxes and some other ones, Zelda ones and stuff, so not a big deal. But that was the new stuff I got there at a actual department store. Going back, this was, I believe, all of these were from Loshingban, which is usually an anime figure store. I had a friend who wanted to look for anime figures in there, and then I noticed they had a game section, so I went in there and actually found some stuff, more N64. King of Pro Baseball, my second copy. I accidentally bought two of that one. I'm pretty sure that's the one I bought two of. No, it's not. It's another one. And now I don't see that one, so maybe I didn't buy two of it. Another soccer game. 1997 soccer. J-League Live 64. Another soccer game. Oh, this is one I know I bought two of. J-League 1999. This one I think is in better condition, but those were all from that store. And then that's all I got from Washington. I went to the store Beep. It's right next to the Surigaya, but it's like has kind of weird hours. But I ended up getting to go. I dug through their junk section. They didn't have too much. It was kind of small. I don't remember ever going there in. I don't remember going there in 2018 when I went to Japan the first time. So it might have been a place I missed or not open yet. But I did go there, and in their junk pile, I found a copy of Christmas Nights for only 100 yen. This is pretty cool. It was only ever like a promotional thing, but it's just like a Christmas themed kind of Nights thing you can play for the Saturn. So kind of fun. Just kind of a weird oddity more than anything else. But maybe I should make this a Christmas tradition. Every year I play Christmas Nights. Just like God intended. I also got this for 300 yen, complete in box. Another Power Pro game I didn't have. This one I didn't have. I didn't buy a duplicate of this one. So, not bad there. So, that's all I got in that store. They just didn't have a whole lot. But the big stuff is yet to come here with Book Off and Hard Off, which are kind of their used book media stores that are all over the place. I can't possibly keep track of most of this. I can't possibly keep track of where I got it, what specific branch I got it at, because I was all over Tokyo. They're all over Tokyo, not just Akihabara or certain areas. But got a lot of stuff here, so I'm going to just go through it. Riglord Saga 2. So I have two copies of this one. I bought two copies of this one. Good thing I think it was 300 and 480 yen, so I didn't spend too much on it. Virtual Fighter 2. Just thought it would be a cool one to have. Breaking the old Saturn. This was cool. I think condition is why this was so cheap. But Soul Hackers, the first one, which we just got the sequel. A sequel just came out in 2021, I believe. Or no, 2022 in like August for PS4. So they waited a long time for the sequel on that one. But pretty cool Atlas title. Terra Fantastica. Looked cool. Cool name. Looks like it's from Sega themselves. Looks like an RPG, but pretty cool. Gotha. Once again, I just liked the name. From Sega themselves. Looks like some kind of space or some kind of like ship combat game. Some kind of shooter. I don't know what this was. I just got it because it looked weird. This is Jungle Park Saturn Island. I just got this because it looked weird. I don't know if it's like a demo thing or what this is, but I'm going to definitely have to throw that one in. The only Dreamcast I got this time around, I don't know. I wasn't really looking as much for Dreamcast stuff, but I know Air. This is kind of a legendary visual novel. There is a great channel, and this is from the Studio Key. There's a great channel on YouTube here called Bowl of Lentils, who does videos on like the history of visual novels and different things like that, and like more obscure Japanese game studios that don't get enough attention. So I remember he did one on Key and like Leaf and stuff like that. So kind of just cool that way. This is a Dreamcast game that doesn't go on the Saturn pile. Somato. This is a PlayStation game. I think I bought this because I thought it was a Dreamcast game or a Saturn game. Maybe not. I don't know. But now I have it. I don't know if we got that or not. 270 yen only for this one. Slayers Royale 2. Don't know what this... It looks like a strategy RPG or something, but, I mean, how could I turn that up for 270 yen, guys? This is another kind of iconic, classic visual novel game. You know, A Girl Who Chants Love at the Bound of This World. We got this later. I think, like, Vita we got this on, but, yeah. Yeah. Great name. You Know A Girl Who Chants Love at the Bound of This World. Dynamic Soccer 64. This was actually from a Hard Off that I got this, 550 yen. But same, you know, family. There's like Garage Off and Mode Off and stuff like that. Mode Off is like clothes. So all kinds of different stuff. Hard Off is supposed to be hardware. So I had some guy on YouTube like telling me that they don't sell video games at Book Off. And I just want to I got most of my video games at Book Off. So I don't know This guy in the comments, shout out to whoever that was. I don't know why he was so firm in correcting me, telling me they don't sell games at Book Off. He told me they only sell them at Hard Off because it's hardware, and it's like, bro, they sell them at both. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm gonna move on. There's some Wii U game. I don't know. Don't know what about that one. Don't know what that is. I got a Fatal Frame. I don't remember how much this one was because they took the price off. About average, but another Wii U game we didn't get a physical copy for over here, so good to have. I don't know what this one is, but it was a Chunsoft like adventure game, so I just thought it was kind of cool. I'm gonna guess we certainly didn't get this over here, but from the back it looked like something I'd be into. Maybe they should localize this. Unless it sucks, then they can probably leave it behind. This was just cool. I don't have this game American. This came out in America, but for 591 yen, I just thought that this was a cool packaging. This is Yakuza of the End, as it's called here, but it's the spin-off game, Yakuza Dead Souls, the weird zombie spin-off. But I just thought this packaging was cool, and like, you know, it was so cheap. How could I say no, right? That's how they get you. That's how they get you over there. You find some games, and you're like, this is cool. I guess I'll get it. And it's like, it's this cheap. How am I not just robbing you guys blind? But it's just a slipcover, I guess. But I just thought it was cool. I don't know. I kind of have like a monkey brain where I'm just like, oh, that's nice. 428 Shibuya Scramble. This is just a cool game. I played this on PS4. They finally localized it on PS4 and PC. But the original release was on Wii, so I figured it would just be cool to get a original physical copy of that game. Now I feel ashamed. I can't remember what this game is called, but this is like that Chunsoft game of, it's like the original kind of visual novel audio adventure that they did. Very interesting kind of concept. So I thought, like, cool historical piece. I'm a big fan of that kind of genre. So just kind of cool thing to have. These are cool. I've said cool probably 300 times in this video, but everything is cool, guys. Everything's cool. A lot of people probably don't know about these, and I forget what the exact name is. I think they're called like Yakuza or Ryogagotoku Black Panther, weirdly enough. Making a callback to our Michael B. Jordan sighting. But these never came out. These were PSP like spin-offs that never came out in the US. So I got both of these, both pretty cheap, you know, under 1,000 yen. And yeah, just look cool. I'll check these ones out for sure now that I got a PSP. But yeah, just look pretty neat. And yeah, we never got these. Who knows if they would ever try to port these to console or remake these in some way like they did with Like a Dragon Ishin. But I feel like these games are probably stranded more than most. But still, you know, cool to see there. I'll save that one for a little later. That was one of my bigger purchases. This is, yeah, I did buy a second copy of J-League Soccer 1999, so you guys can make fun of me in the comments. Call me a J-League Soccer 1999 lover. I don't care. Steins Gate, got a 360 copy of this. This was a hard off as well, but big fan of the original, you know, the Steins Gate game. This is originally came out 360 exclusive in Japan. Big fan, so I figured it'd be cool to have, you know, the original version of it. And I'll look at it. What does a Japanese 360 game look like? Probably not that different, but let's open it up and find out. Doesn't look that different. We didn't really get too many Japanese 360, you know, we didn't get many 360 games styled like this, the more like kind of etched on look rather than a printed on look, so that's kind of neat, I guess. Gonna learn something there, I suppose. Continuing on, I got a PS2. I did not have a Japanese PS2. I bought a bunch of Japanese PS2 games last time, but I couldn't find one for a good price. For some reason, they're all still really expensive. Like, more than you would pay in America for PS2. But I lucked out at a Book Off for 6,300 yen with a controller and all the hookups. Was a PS2 Slim. So, you know, works well with the luggage and everything. Doesn't take up too much space. And was about half the price of a normal PS2 Slim. I don't know why it was much cheaper. I think Book Off just kind of does that. I don't know. But cool nonetheless. More Ace Attorney. I have this game already, like a sealed copy of the just normal game, but this is a cool special edition box version of Great Ace Attorney for 3DS. And this was like 2,200 yen, like so cheap for something this big and this cool. So, of course, you know, I have to get that. And then, kind of I'll save the biggest purchase I made for last. It's kind of cool. But I went to Mount Fuji. It was like a 2-hour bus ride away from Tokyo. And then I forced all my friends to walk to a book off that was like a mile away from Mount Fuji area once we were done seeing Mount Fuji and sightseeing over there. And went to this book off and found some cool stuff. It was cool just to kind of see a little bit of small town Japan. You know, that area out there was certainly not Tokyo. It was a lot more of a small town Japan kind of look and feel. So it was kind of cool to have the two different experiences because I'd only ever before that experienced like a bigger city. And obviously I didn't go to straight up rural Japan or anything, but it was still pretty cool to be able to get a look at that. But I did get some neat stuff over at the book off. This I bought just because I like these Japanese N64 boxes. I always thought they were really just a good aesthetic. But this is just a memory card, complete in box and everything. Only 270 yen for just a complete in box little memory card. Very nice. I also got this. I know we didn't get this in the United States. We did not get One Piece Red for Wii U in the United States. So another, Japanese exclusive Wii U game. If we did get that game, let me know, but I'm 99% certain we didn't. And then more Steins Gate. I just thought this box set was cool. This big box set for PS3 of Steins Gate. This was 1,500 yen for this big box. I might as well open it up and see what's in it. You guys like that? I don't know. I do. Sorry, I've been sniffling this video. I don't know. I think might have got a little bit of a cold on the plane on my way back. I drank a bunch of that CC lemon, that Japanese drink that has like 22 lemons worth of items in it, or of vitamin C in there. But yeah, this is a cool box set. So this is the inside. You get a replica of his cell phone. Wait a second, really? Really? You get a replica of the cell phone he uses in the game? You sure do. Oh yeah, let me get it out of the bubble. It's in bubble wrap and everything. You sure do get a replica of like a Japanese cell phone from whenever the game took place, 2009, I think. You certainly do get a cell phone is a pretty important plot point of the game. But yeah, you get a replica of his cell phone, I guess. It's like pretty nice quality. Okay. All right. That's nice. I didn't know what was in this. I just liked the big box and the art and everything. So, and for 1,500 yen, not even 15 American dollars. If I saw this in America for $15, it would easily be a purchase. So, why would I not buy it for less? Am I right, guys? That's how they get you. That is 100% how they get you. So this video is long. I know it. If you guys are still here at the end of the video, I don't know. Just leave a comment. I don't have anything funny to say. Just leave a comment. If you made it this far, because I make these videos and sometimes I'm like, man, do people actually like this, or am I just speaking to myself? Like, if people got like 5 minutes in, I'm just speaking to myself. But I don't know. I just thought the box art was cool. 1,500 yen for that. How could I say no? And then the big purchase I made. This thing's awesome. And I'll open this up as well as we kind of exit. But I wanted to pick this up last time I was there. I think it would have been new at the time still, but I didn't ever see it or find it. But I got this. This was 35,000 yen, so my most expensive, individual item, which would be, I think I calculated that to be like $270, something like that. But this is the new 2DS LL, or the XL. We got it over here. Dragon Quest 11 Slime Edition in the box. I could have got one for like $50 cheaper, or 5,000 yen cheaper if I didn't get it in the box. But I wanted the box, So I got this. Airport had no problems with this being in my backpack. This going through customs or security, no problem. The only thing that really got them set was that Sega Saturn. Did like Al Qaeda use Sega Saturns or something? Am I unaware of something important? I don't know. But inside here, this thing has, I didn't even realize this when I got it until I opened it up later, has Dragon Quest XI 3DS, which is cool because the 3DS version of Dragon Quest XI is like the full console game we got on PS4 and Switch and everything. But it also has like a 16-bit version of the game on the other screen that's playing at the same time. Very cool, very unique version of the game, so awesome to get that. But the system itself is just very interesting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is like that has any kind of, 3D thing coming off of it. And it's just a little metal slime guy here. Very neat, very fun. But yeah, it has some Dragon Quest, imagery on there, some symbols and stuff. And then just great condition. The 2DS XL is very nice, very cool system. And I didn't have any Japanese 3DS. The thing was region locked, so I'm glad to get one. I'm glad it's this one. And yeah, great stuff. Had a great time in Japan. If you'd like to see another video of me just talking about the non-game stuff I did there, let me know. I did that before, but the video didn't do great, so I didn't know if there was any interest in that or not. But had a great time. A lot of fun. And I promise I did more than just video game shopping. Doesn't look like it, but I was there for 9 days. I did more than video game shopping, but had fun regardless. And yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a long one. If you stuck through the end, I'd love to hear it. If any of these games are kind of some kind of hidden gem or anything that I didn't know about, let me know. I'm on the lookout for Japanese exclusive Saturn recommendations as well, so let me know about those. And other than that, follow me on Twitter at ObjoGaming. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching.